Welcome to the Gabby's Dollhouse podcast. I'm sorry, no, I Hate Critics. Sorry, I got Gabby's Dollhouse mixed up with I Hate Critics. This is a movie podcast where we talk about movies and critique movies, and we don't watch Gabby's Dollhouse because we're grown men who are not allowed in that room.
Yeah, it would be really fun. I was actually thinking about that yesterday when I went to see a couple movies. I was like, I could just always sneak in there, and I'm like, that would be even worse than paying to see that fucking movie. People are like, why is that guy sneaking into the ew? Yeah,
I mean, I'll never forget that when the experience of going to see it's Me, Margaret in theaters, and like being the only man there, and having a woman actually complain to the manager that I was there.
Was it Linda Cook?
Linda Cook's one of my closest friends.
I know, that's why it was a joke.
I have no idea who this woman was or why she was upset that I was seeing that movie. Why shouldn't men watch that movie? Honestly, more men should see that movie to understand things.
I was the only guy. No, I was one of two guys in mine.
It's quite a good movie, so I don't know. Now, Gabby's Dollhouse, if that happened, and I was like, I completely, yes, go talk. If I walk into that, or somebody like me walks into Gabby's Dollhouse, do please go get a manager. He's not supposed to be there.
Yes, exactly.
Single man going to see Gabby's Dollhouse would be bad. That's part of the reason why I stopped writing about animated features. It's just that uncomfortableness.
Well, I mean, especially if you're watching it the way I'm thinking you're going to be watching it, where it's facing the audience instead of the screen.
I'm not a Republican.
Well, this is true. Obviously.
Or Bill Clinton. Which is basically a Republican.
Pretty much, yeah.
New episodes of The Dollop the past 3 weeks where they're talking about Bill Clinton is just reminds me just how much I want to punch that man in the face.
Oh, he's so gross.
It's just one of the worst thing to ever happen to the Democratic Party is Bill Clinton.
Did you ever see the meme of him at Aretha Franklin's memorial service?
Sounds familiar.
I think it was hers. There's a singer who I don't know is up there singing, and the top panel is him, like looking at her, looking like he's really bored. You know, he's doing the crossing his arms or whatever. And then Ariana Grande is singing, and he's like, "Hi." It is so gross, but funny. I think I've got it. I'll just send it to you.
Gross.
He's watching Gabby's Dollhouse.
He's not the worst. The worst is our current president. But
I was going to say he's the worst Democrat.
Yeah, he's the yeah.
And that's saying a lot with Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer.
Oh yeah, the dueling Neville Chamberlains.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah,
we can appease the Nazis. No, we can't. No.
Well, I wonder what they would do if they saw Eleanor the Great. We'll talk about that later.
We'll get to that very, very soon. You've got a show coming. Tell us about your show.
Yes, I just finished The Massacre in Chicago. And my next show is October 10th and 11th in Ottumwa, Iowa. It's Halloween-a-Palooza. They are doing a Fright Night reunion with the 3 teens from that movie who are no longer teens. And they'll be doing a showing. They'll also be showing, like they do every year, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Lots of get-togethers and things around it. A zombie walk. Lots of vendors. Lots of really cool people to get in there and talk to. I'm excited to meet Stephen Jeffries so we can talk about when he was Sam Ritter in the 90s. Maybe we should do that as a classic that week. Leather Virgin. I just looked up one of his movies and that's what it was. Amanda Bierce is also going to be there. She was Marcy Darcy on Married with Children. She played the love interest of Charlie Brewster in Fright Night, which
Hmm.
there wasn't very much chemistry between them, and I can't imagine why.
Can't figure out why that would be.
No, no
Totally a
idea.
mystery. Complete mystery.
He had more chemistry with Roddy McDowell. And I just realized today that is one of the gayest casts in horror movie history was Fright Night in 1985 because
Hmm.
Roddy McDowell was a big flaming homo. Stephen Jeffries, Amanda Bierce. I don't know. I don't think William Ragsdale was. He was cute, but I don't think he was gay. But I mean, like 3 of the 4. If he's not, that just goes to show you it is not contagious, conservatives. And the fact that I'm still attracted to men shows you that it's not a choice.
Considering the caliber of men today, yeah, it's clearly.
Oh, you're a man. Okay, I'm not interested anymore. Thank you. But yeah, I have that show
uh,
coming up, and then November I'll have Dark History and Horror Con on November 8th. And the big one for the year so far is going to be Days of the Dead in Chicago on the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, with just a huge stacked cast. If you go to Days of the Dead in Chicago and you can see who's going to be there, and I'll be there too.
all right. Not to get too far off of our topic of movies, but I did find it hilarious that I saw TikTok yesterday that claims they have Mike Johnson's Grindr profile,
Mm-hmm.
the Speaker of the House, and they're going to reveal
Yep.
it tomorrow unless he moves forward on some nomination.
I just watched an update while I was eating dinner tonight.
Yeah,
He's the guy has a lawyer who has told him that maybe this is not the best idea because he might be getting threats, I think.
wimp.
Um,
So he's
but
going to wimp
also,
out.
well, no, he has disseminated to different um uh people in the media.
Hmm.
He's given that to, so if anything does happen or whatever, they will just go ahead and release it. It's his Grindr profile and his IP address, so that you can tell it's not fake. So hopefully it gets. I mean, everybody knows Moses Mike is a Mo. I mean, he adopted an adult, and him and his son like watch each other's porn usage. Come on, girl,
That's weird. Yeah, it's
girl. That's
it
Christian,
adds
but
up to
feeding
something.
children and homeless people is not. So Did
Makes
you
a
see
lot of
Ted?
sense.
Yeah, did you see Ted Cruz saying that we need to stop beating up on pedophiles today?
I saw somebody send me that. I'm like, I couldn't find it when I looked for it. I couldn't
I
find the video of him saying it.
Yeah, I saw it on Threads right after somebody said, "Stop trying to gaslight me." I saw it with my own eyes. It is something he said in real life. Stop trying to gaslight me. And then I scrolled down a little bit, and there was the video of him actually saying it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, he was saying it on the floor. So I guess it's part of the congressional record. Just saying,
And
Teddy boy.
saying it that he's saying it in response to Marjorie Taylor Greene of all people, which is just so wild.
Ugh.
Like he's the appointed person to try and like go after her because she won't let go of the Epstein thing. And it's like she's fucking nuts. So we're like, it's kind of in their favor that she's on that side of it. But oh my god,
Stop clock is right twice a day. Just saying.
she
Oh, we
thinks
are fucked.
the Jews are going to kill her because of that. She's convinced.
With their space lasers?
Something like that, yeah. Which, just speaks so well of anything that she believes in. Anyway, this is a movie podcast, I think.
Are we
Sometimes.
even? We got 4 movies. We
Sometimes.
should probably start talking about movies.
I guess we can talk about movies. Let's talk about Dead of Winter, starring Emma Thompson and Judy Greer. It tells the story of a woman whose husband has passed away very recently. She's kind of dealing with his passing. They shared life together for many, many years up in Minnesota, and their They love to fish together, and so she's going on a fishing trip in his memory. At least that's what we think it is. There's even more emotional stuff to come from that. But along the way, she ends up getting lost on her way to the lake, and she asks for directions, and she comes across a very shady individual who's got blood on the ground, and then she finds this young girl running through the forest, uh, being chased by that same guy. That leads her back to the cabin where she was, where she got the directions, and she's going to try and free this girl because there's nobody for 2 hours. There's nobody within their range for about 2 hours. She's the only one who could do it. And that's where we're at with this plot. And it's a good plot. It's well put together. And Emma Thompson is the right actress for this. She's the right age for this. She's just the right person for this. She nails the accent perfectly, which
Mostly perfectly. There were a couple spots where I'm like, oh, okay.
Something about the English. They're just better at doing our stuff than we are at doing theirs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Calm down. See, I'm great at it.
It's like Audrey Hepburn stepped off the screen.
No, she's terrific at this, and
yeah, she really is.
She's not a moronic character. Usually, you get moronic characters in this situation who do things that are like they wouldn't be able to do, or they like they stack the odds against them too high. Like like they'll have him get stabbed in the gut like 2 minutes into the movie, and they've got to spend 3 hours, nearly bleeding to death, but they still succeed. Like that's not this movie. This movie's a little bit smarter than that. I just like her a lot, and that's really the main thing that matters here. Is if you buy her, you buy the movie.
Did you hear how she was described when I think it was on like Nerdist or Daily Wire or someplace? One of those stupid like things that pops up when you open Google.
Harry Potter, Daily Wire, but go ahead.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Harry Potter actress in stars in a new horror movie.
Oh, fuck off.
Harry fucking Potter actress, go fuck yourself.
She was thinking one of those or two of them, maybe.
Yeah, but she's like she was a bit part. Emma Thompson. I apologize on behalf of the media in America. We are deeply, deeply flawed and fucked up and stupid. Even worse nowadays.
Well, I mean,
in England.
This would not be new to her. I mean, in the 90s, she was multiple times referred to as Kenneth Branagh's ex-wife when she was being nominated for an Oscar.
I mean, yeah, that's not, you don't say Oscar nominees, has she won?
Did she win? I'm not sure if she won. I know she's been nominated. She got a nomination for screenplay, and she may have gotten an acting nomination in there somewhere. But yeah, I'll never forget that. It was like E! News or something calling her Kenneth Branagh's ex-wife nominated for an Academy Award. Like, fuck you. Really fucked right off.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
But we're not a sexist society.
Not at all.
That was just the 90s. We've turned things around completely since then. She's great in this movie. I don't know who the young girl is. I didn't recognize her name, but she did well enough. And I thought the central plot was driven well enough by what Jodie Greer was doing. And she's not a stupid character. She's an insane character. But I don't think she overplays that at all. I think she plays it just about where it should be, where she's somebody who is capable of doing the things that she's doing and desperate enough to think that what she's trying to do could be possible. I bought into that, and like I said, it's easy to buy into. It's well directed. It moves well. It's a good thriller. It's not a great movie, but it's a good upper tier thriller.
Yeah. Yeah, I was honestly not sure if it wasn't a remake of Dead of Winter with Mary Steenburgen from the 80s, but I'm glad it wasn't. Speaking of Roddy McDowall, she has won 2 Oscars.
Okay.
So I thought she had won at least one, but Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I This was the first movie I saw today. Um, I was surprised by how well she did the accent. I mean, there was only two spots where I was like, okay, even like native Minnesotas don't say oofta that much, uh, but like she just was really natural, and the way she looks out into the distance when she's having flashbacks to her and her husband,
Mhm.
on their first date, played by her daughter, who is exceptionally good. Um, I I just bought it, and she can roll a tear like almost nobody else. She just
Yeah.
that look, and she's in enough like old age, just enough old age makeup, and to accentuate the fact that she's in her 60s, but
Mhm.
she just watching her face and the expressiveness of it is it's it's well worth the price of admission. And Judy
It's
Greer, yeah, Judy Greer, I didn't even realize she was in this movie, and then I saw her, the Purple Woman is how she's described, and I was just like, that she looks kind of like Judy Greer, but like really busted. And then she started speaking. I'm like, oh, that is Judy Greer really busted. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like I mean, they did a great job. She looked like she's been smoking meth for several years.
Yeah. She's really become such a good character actor. Like some of her roles lately, Halloween aside, um, she's just really like kind of come into her own, which I really like.
Now, one of the moments in The Long Walk where I nearly broke is where, he walks past his mom that time.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
Fair. Yeah. She was really, really good. I also, I liked the humanity of Mark Menchaca. Is that how you say his name?
Mhm.
I knew him from Ozark. I thought he looked familiar, but I hadn't seen him with a big bushy beard like that.
Yeah, he looked exactly like he looked on Orange is the New Black.
Oh, that's right. Huh. Anyway, I thought he was really good. And the way he kind of did that turn towards the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was really good in that. So yeah, I completely recommend this.
Yeah, I do too. I was a little weird about how they marketed this movie or didn't market this movie to
Yeah.
anyone. Again, Hollywood putting out movies and not telling anybody they're doing it. Great job, guys. Well done. You got a likable movie that people might have gone to see that ends up finishing 11th at the box office with just over $1 million. Finishes behind Spider-Man 2
Ugh.
re-release at the box office because you didn't bother to tell anybody it was out there. For fuck's sake.
This will be a good like whoever picks this up on streaming, I think this will do really well there.
Yeah, it should. I mean, and if they just tell you that they have it and who's in it. Like
Yeah.
people do like Emma Thompson, so
Hey, do you hear about this Harry Potter actress who's doing a show that's streaming on Peacock? Jesus Christ.
she was in a movie. Was it like 3 years ago where she plays a woman who hires a male prostitute?
Hmm.
And like that went on to Hulu and did big business. Like
Yeah.
it did really, really well once it got onto streaming. But of course it bombed in theaters, so because they didn't tell anybody it was there. Someday we'll figure out this Hollywood Ponzi scheme that's going on. that must be something. Speaking of
God.
Ponzi schemes, what is The Stranger Chapter 2, Jeff? It's
Ugh.
this has got to be some kind of write down of some sort. They've got to be financially, they have to be ripping someone off with this. Why else would they make this movie with Rennie Harlan, the hackiest of hack directors? We're back to just the immediate aftermath of chapter 1. Madeline Petch's character is in the hospital. The strangers find out she's still alive because they're working with the corrupt police officer guy who everybody knew was a bad guy just because he's a famous horror character actor. Like, we all know he's evil. Like, like, great job casting somebody who looks exactly as evil as he is. Well done. They go to the hospital, they kill the entire hospital, and I really wanted the joke to be that one of the strangers would get hurt, and now there's no doctors because they killed them all. I thought that'd be a great gag.
Yeah.
But this isn't the comedy. In fact, it's just generally unpleasant from beginning to end. Did you want to know anything about the strangers themselves? Were you eager to find out their backstory?
Sean, I didn't want to see this movie, much less know anything about the backstory. When they do the close up on the waitress, I was like, oh, okay, so she's one of the strangers. Okay, I got it. And then she has a flashback to being, to the beginning of her and the guy. I'm just like, oh God. I mean, they telegraphed it so badly that I just couldn't even deal with it. I was like, oh, it's her. She's one of them.
I got so annoyed, right? When to call back to something that happened on the show here a few years ago. We watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and I watched it with new eyes, thinking like, why the fuck do I need to know where he got his fucking hat from? Why do I need to know where he got his fucking leather jacket from? He just needed a leather jacket and a hat. I don't need a backstory on every little fucking thing that he does. The dimple on his chin too. Like, we gotta have a backstory for that. Fuck off. And now we've got this, which, like, now we get now you know why they ask for Tamra every time. No, we don't. Like,
I don't care.
They didn't tell us anything about that. Like, it makes no sense. Like, she killed a kid named Tamra when they were kids. How is that supposed to play forward? What? Oh my God. This
and how in the world is she not institutionalized for her entire life for doing that? I mean,
well, they're children, so once they turn 18, if they're not crazy, they can go back out into society.
well,
Also, there's this Oregon-wide conspiracy to make 1,200 some odd people disappear, apparently, according to this movie. And Donald Trump, apparently, because he's sitting there. I think he saw The Strangers and heard about 1,200 people missing, and he's like, we got to send the military to Oregon.
I said that exact same thing. I was listening to a podcast. I think I was listening to Rachel Maddow, and she talked about how one of a reporter asked where he was getting his info, and he said, I've found this, and then somebody said, I think that's from like 5 years ago, and he looked completely befuddled and didn't know what was going on. I'm like, or he just saw The Strangers Part 2. I remain convinced that this movie, this reboot of the Strangers franchise, is because of Part 2 of the original run and how people at first didn't like it because it was, short and it wasn't, there was not much to it. Again, I'm going to say that I said last week. I watched that again and I enjoyed it far more than this one. And I didn't even like that when I saw it in the theater. So, if that tells you anything.
Did you at any point know? Did you know all the time that they were named Shelley, Dollface, and Scarecrow?
I mean, I knew that, like, just from like looking it up on IMDb and stuff. I knew that I knew the mask was called Scarecrow, and I knew that the Dollface, but
yeah, no, I had no clue. But mostly I didn't give a fuck. Because part of what is supposed to be, and I've been told this repeatedly by Bob, and I don't mean to drag him because he loves this movie. I don't like anything of The Strangers at all. He said, like, the excitement of this movie is just that they have no motive, that they're doing this without any reason. And so to give them, it's like that stupid horse thing that Rob Zombie did with Halloween. Is like, oh, what, the white horse, it means so much. No, the fuck it doesn't. You fucking pretentious asshole. You're just trying to make this thing artsy or whatever. It's like, no, we don't need to know this. Jason Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, and they don't need a backstory. They don't need we know that Michael, when he was a kid, killed his family. Done. That's all we need to know. He's evil and he's gonna keep killing until somebody stops him. That's all you need.
Yeah,
Don't tell me about how he got his first knife. Like, I just don't care how he picked out his mask. I don't care.
yeah, there's none of that needed explanation in the original. We all got it. It was much better for it. You
Mhm.
know, oh, he stole some masks and a knife and some knives from the hardware store. Okay, cool. It's it it's people our age, like Rob Zombie, um, who grew up with these movies and loved them so much, they just loved them so much that they had to explain every little bit of it.
Hmm.
Um,
But
you know,
it's
that's
interesting that there's this article in New Yorker right now that I just read yesterday about the new literalism in cinema and how we've come to a place in cinema where so many movies are spending so much time explaining everything. Like they
yep.
just everything has a backstory and a reason, and we're going to spell it out as dim-wittedly as possible. And
I think it's because
this
of
is
the internet. And I want to say that in a big way, stuff like the Blair Witch Project, the website with all the missing, like making it seem so real and having all this backstory to everything. Um, George Lucas with the Star Wars prequels, I didn't need a prequel. I wanted one because I just love the world, but it's stuff like that. We don't need it if you tell your story well
Mhm.
at first. It's like I did not need to know, where they all met. I didn't care. It's better if you don't. I love the first Strangers. I love it. I think it's like one
Mhm.
of the most effective, scariest movies. I could not watch that for a year and a half after I got broken into until I left the apartment I got broken into and I moved back to Chicago. I could not watch that movie because it was just, it's so real, I guess. It's just
Mhm.
but the reboot is just so rote. It's like they literally just lifted it off the screen and AI'd out the actors and put the new,
It wasn't one of the strangers like stabbed very early in this movie with a hay baler.
yeah,
Did I see that? Then what the
yeah. She got
then
a
who
pitchfork in the stomach. The
and
waitress one, yeah.
but then she was fine after that. Like that didn't hurt her at all.
Well,
She's still
so
perfectly fine after that. And I was like, how so does that mean like are they supernatural or are there like 15 of them or
well that
25 or
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
write a better movie. Okay, like I
okay.
always do. I'm gonna write a better movie. There are several of the townspeople who are in on this, and they all
Mhm.
play the parts at separate points. When she got stabbed, and then you see her later, and there's no blood on her or anything, I'm like, oh, there's like a bunch of people that are in on it, and they just change the clothes. They just somebody else puts on the mask. Um, another way I'm writing a better movie is she stabs her in the gut, and she switches clothes with her and wears her clothes and her mask,
Hmm.
and then she's able to escape because they think that she's her. I just there's just God, this movie sucks so bad.
It's so terrible. Rennie Harlan is the worst. This guy, I mean,
Rennie Harlan
he
made
was a
one of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movies because of the way that he did the effects and everything. Part four, The
Mhm.
Dream Master, looks great. It's dumb and fun, and it's like that and Die Hard 2 are his complete peaks.
How does he keep getting work? That's what I want to know. What
Because he's a name.
is he in on this whole conspiracy? Like, and maybe he's like at the height of the Illuminati Ponzi scheme to drive movie theaters out of business.
His offices are called the laundromat. He will launder money for you.
That's what. Oh my God, that's the strangers. That's what this is. It's a front.
Produced by the
Oh my
laundromat.
God.
Yeah, this is terrible. Don't ever see it. If you, I mean, I am probably gonna go rewatch The Strangers Pray at Night because it's a good movie to fall asleep to. It's short. It's like an hour and 28 minutes with credits.
Hmm.
And this one is an hour and 38 minutes without credits. It's just so bad. So bad.
It's so fucking terrible.
They
Let's go
introduce
back.
an EMT and they don't even show him getting killed. He's just his ambulance is laying there. He's not anywhere. What?
Yeah, he goes
God.
to the he goes to the convenient uh,
Gas
scary
station.
garage.
Yeah. And,
I mean, they're in on it too. Obviously, they sabotaged the vehicle in the first one, so yeah, I guess the entire town has to be in on this, right? But then
I don't
part of
know.
the town acts like they're not in on it. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
make any sense. Why do they keep
I'm
doing this?
I'm gonna say this right now. In a year and a half, when they release the next one, because there's got to be a next one.
I
If
thought it
we
was already
can't,
done. They showed a trailer for it at the end.
oh, I didn't stay long enough. Think fucking God. Oh my God. Okay, if I can't get in for free, I'm not seeing it.
I think it's coming out next month, honestly.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean,
Well, let's
literally, they
get it over
showed the
with.
trailer. They showed the completed trailer for it at the end of this movie.
Let's get it over with then. Oh God.
This is worse than the Lord of the Rings. The walking, the walking movie. Just,
And the only thing I
uh,
liked about it, the only thing I liked about it was the fact that it wasn't just a shot for shot remake of the original Strangers. But I mean,
no,
all they did,
next the next
they
one we'll
re.
find out where he got his scarecrow mask and why it means something to him, and
Well,
we'll find out the backstory of his shoes.
this movie is like the 1981 Halloween 2,
Yeah.
except bad. Um, Immediately after the first one, they go to the hospital. Michael Myers kills everybody there, and the lead actress is in a bad wig. There, you saw this movie 44 years ago.
Again, the
Okay,
comedy version of this where they kill the entire hospital and then one of them gets hurt and doesn't have a doctor. That's the movie they should have made.
you
Like
ever seen the
that
movie
like that
Student Bodies?
like that version of Jaws 3. Have you seen the script for Jaws 3 that was supposed to be a comedy? Jaws 3 People Nothing.
No.
That's a real thing. They pitched that as a Jaws sequel. They
Oh.
pitched Jaws 3 People Nothing, and they actually had a full script for it and everything. And they said, "No, we're not doing that." That's what they should do with the next Strangers movie. Just totally lean into make it a gun style comedy.
You ever see the movie Student Bodies?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they should do that with it.
if they could find that skinny guy and get him into this movie, that would be amazing.
I own that on Blu-ray and I haven't watched it since I got it. I have to watch that now.
It doesn't hold up very well, but
Yeah.
a few of the gags are funny.
When he's talking dirty to her on the phone and all the cum comes out of the phone, I when I saw that as a kid, I had no idea what that was. It wasn't
Oh,
until I saw it
the
in
phone's
college.
melting.
I was like, I don't get it. My dad, meanwhile, is laughing his ass off. I hadn't seen him laugh that much since Cheech and Chong and White Girls. He loved White Girls. But yeah, let's never ever ever talk about this movie again.
Yeah, that's enough of that. Let's get back to good movies. Let's talk about Eleanor the Great, the film directed by Scarlett Johansson and starring June Squibb. Tells the story of a woman whose best friend has passed away. They've been friends for some like 70 years, and they've lived together for the past 11 years. And it's hard on her, so she leaves Florida to return home to New York and live with her daughter. And from there, she forms this friendship with this young girl that she meets, and they have this really wonderful friendship. But it's built around this lie that Eleanor, Jane Squibb, is a Holocaust survivor. She's not. There's a misunderstanding with that. Her best friend Bess was a Holocaust survivor, and Eleanor takes on her story, and that's where we're at. And it's unfortunate that it's built around this sort of sitcom misunderstanding. It's one of those movies where if somebody just says the truth, the thing can end. Um, I think you could have still made this movie with her telling the truth. Honestly, I think these characters are good
Yeah.
enough that you didn't even need the third act breakup. Um, so it's really unfortunate that that's there as far as I'm concerned. But otherwise, I think ScarJo, she really does show a great adeptness as a director. She's completely like her direction is not showy. It's not it's skilled to the point where it goes completely unnoticed. Which is, I think, a good thing for a first-time
Hmm.
director, that the direction doesn't pull your attention in any too specific way. She's got time to develop a style that is starting to develop here. Um, but it's overall really, really solid because these actors are so very, very good.
Hmm.
June Squibb is just one of the most delightful screen presences there is. I mean, she's just the second I saw her and remembered the trailer and realized what the plot was, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry. I just know it. If she gets sad, I'm going to be sad. It's like it's just inevitable. Um, her friendship with is it Chase Infinity? Is that her?
Oh, you mean the younger girl?
Yeah,
No, that's
I
Erin
thought it was the
Kellyman.
same girl from One Battle After Another. They look similar.
No, 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 no. Erin Kellyman. She was in Solo.
Okay,
Um, she played Enfys Nest in Solo. Um, she's got it's her red hair that is kind of her trademark and her freckles.
cool.
But yeah,
I don't
I mean,
remember anything about Solo, so
well, I did obviously. She was in The Green Knight 28 years later. You've seen her recently.
cool. She's great in this movie. Everybody is. Even Chiwetel Ejiofor has a really big scene at the end that's incredibly moving. Uh, it's really very, very good. I just wish it hadn't been built on that one little stupid misunderstanding.
Yeah, so many movies are built on, like a misunderstanding. Everybody doesn't want to say the right thing, or, oh, I lied, but, I accidentally lied. And she did try to get up at the beginning, but I think if she had just said, you know what, I'm going to tell the story. It's not my story, but it is my best friend and my life companion. It is her. I thought that was going to be a secret also in the movie, that they had lived together as, they'd been girlfriends for the whole time.
Mm.
Um, but I think if she had just said, you know what, I'm in the wrong spot, but let me tell you the story of my best friend, my life companion, and honor her in that way, I think everybody would have been like, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I think that'd still be a story that people would want to tell beyond that. So it didn't really need to be there. It didn't
Hmm.
they didn't need that lie. It's only there as a screenwriting crutch, and that's what makes them. That's what is really unfortunate about the movie, which I still think is good. I still recommend the movie. I still like the movie a lot. I just that one little thing keeps it from going from a good movie to a great movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just sitting there, watching June Squibb be kind of a bitch at the beginning, and I'm like, all right, like, I like her. I think that she she's that kind of like we had an Aunt Eileen who I feel like if she had lived to 94 or 96, she would have been Gene Squibb. You know, that I kind of like getting away with all this stuff. And I really, really, her, oh, it's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to tell you here in a second. Her best friend, who I mean, dies at the beginning of the movie. That's not a spoiler or anything. Um, she dies. Rita Zohar. Her performance as Bessie, especially at the end when she's telling one of the stories of the Holocaust, that
Mhm.
it's just like, I just that was a part where I was probably going to lose it when
Yeah.
she's talking about her brother and everything, and it just so the performances are so good that you wish it was like you said, not in the service of this lie that is it's just the backbone of so many comedies. And that's literally the only thing I have to ding it on.
Yeah. But the thing that bugs me is that these characters are too smart for that.
Yeah.
That's what that's the issue. These characters are so good and so smart, and this movie could work even without the lie. If she was just, if she immediately owns up and says, "This is my friend's story," it's still like a story worth telling.
Hmm. Yeah. One thing that I
I'm
want to,
frustrated, but I'm frustrated.
yeah, one thing I really liked about it too is, when Aaron Kellyman, when Nina says I'm gay, and that's like not a big thing, and and she does thank Eleanor for
Yeah,
not freaking out and being accepting and whatever, and Eleanor doesn't even give it a second thought. I really like that because that's just who
that
she
was
is,
nice.
and so yeah, highly, highly recommended though.
Jen Squibb is 90 something years old and having the best performances of her career in back to back movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And of course, every other person would just cast her as somebody's grandma who's off to the side,
Hmm.
but she wouldn't settle for that. And I love that. I love that she didn't settle. All right,
Yeah.
let's see here. The final movie of the day is the best movie of the weekend. One Battle After Another, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, written by Paul Thomas Anderson, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Bob Ferguson, not his real name. He's a part of a revolutionary group called the French 75. They are all about freeing immigrants from immigration camps, and just sticking it to right wingers, left. Just all that. Just love doing that. Uh, then, of course, the right wing does fight back and start arresting them on dubious reasons, and they're forced underground. Bob has a daughter with Tiana Taylor's character, Perfidia, and she then wants to go back to the revolution, but she also has other things happening. Via Sean Penn as Stephen Lockjaw, who is the perfect representative of right wing fascism, um, in all of its in all, all of its contradictions. Um, this movie's fantastic. The opening scene of Tiana Taylor walking back and forth on that bridge, looking down on the camp, setting up for what they're about to do is oh man. And just right off the bat, the movie just takes your breath away with the genius of it. And then her first showdown with Sean Penn is so like
Yep.
charged. It is charged to say the least. Her relationship with DiCaprio is exciting. Uh, you see characters like you never see characters like her character, and she's just wholly herself and doing what she wants to do, and yeah, very exciting to
Unapologetic.
watch. Yeah, unapologetic, rightfully so. Righteously so. That is to me. That is to
Hmm.
say. Um, then you cut to 15 years later. The daughter is now 15, 16 years old, and he's been raising her kind of underground, off the grid. And this Stephen Lockjaw character comes back. He wants to get a hold of the daughter and get Bob arrested, and that's where we're going from there. This movie just keeps amping up and amping up and raising the stakes in the smart, exciting way. We get a bunch of really great chase scenes. We get a bunch of really just smart characters just narrowly avoiding danger, and all of it with that smart edge of sticking it to fascists, which I love.
Me
That's
too.
my yeah. I am a member of Antifa. Thank you very much.
We should call it the
Uh,
Antifa podcast.
it's very funny that one of the biggest after Trump made Antifa a terrorist group, the searches for Antifa and what it meant just surged because people had no idea. So there's like a lot of people who are reading the definition of Antifa as being anti-fascist, and they're going, "Well, why is that a bad thing?" Yeah, it's literally that's what it means, anti-fascist. In case you didn't know.
Yeah, they don't care.
Benicio del Toro. Oh my god, that guy kills it in this movie. Just, I mean, he plays the sensei.
Hmm.
He teaches karate, and he happens to run the underground, the Latino Underground Railroad. The casualness with which he carries himself is breathtaking to watch. He's just so on top of it, and I just love seeing characters like that. He's so uniquely possessed. And then you got DiCaprio, just his energy is all over the place. He's burnt out and kind of he remembers some things, but not other things. He's ready to go to war, but he doesn't quite know who he's going to war against. Oh, genius.
Yeah, the
And we
fact
haven't
that he
even, go ahead.
has completely burned himself out over 15 years, and he calls it out. He's ashamed of it, but he's not too ashamed to say it. Look, I'm fucking high right now, and I've done a lot of drugs. I just thought that was pretty funny. And
That was really great.
I don't even care about him. So,
He did an amazing job in this movie, but
but yeah,
he's
he
just
was
such a
really, really
great
good.
he's so great at being both a leading man and a utility player at the same time. Where like he doesn't overshadow the actors around him. That's one of his best qualities as a leading man, is that he doesn't try to force his leading manness into any scene.
Yeah, yeah. He's a character actor in this movie. Really, I mean, he's not even necessarily. It's almost like there's no lead in this movie for a good part of it because everybody. It's kind of like it's like a Magnolia kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's he's not necessarily the lead, just like Tom Cruise wasn't the lead in Magnolia, but he's a leading man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, and everybody gets their moment in this one. Just so well done. It's yeah.
Sean
I
Penn. You gotta give it up for Sean Penn he's so vulnerable for being a character who's Stephen Lockjaw is this character's
I
name, and
know.
he's so dedicated to right wing fascist ideals. He is laying himself bare before us in this movie, and in terms of exposing who this character truly is, his level of hypocrisy, the shame he feels about his own hypocrisy, the anxiety and like submissiveness at his core. He just lays it all. He's gonna, as much as he's hiding everything behind this locked jaw. He's also wearing his heart in his sleeve, and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
I
is
just
actually kind of a perfect explanation of the Republican Party. It's a lot of them telling themselves constantly and have no ability to understand that they're doing it.
Yep, pretty much.
We haven't even talked about the Christmas Adventurers yet.
Oh Lord. I mean,
I guess is that a spoiler? Are the Christmas Adventurers a spoiler?
speaking of Bill Clinton and all that ilk. Yeah, I mean,
They should have held their scenes on an island.
all right.
Instead of some guy's secret basement, it should have been an island.
He comes in a helicopter. and you just look down and the island is in the shape of an E.
Oh, hey, don't be so hard on pedophiles. This movie's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
Just
it really is.
the direction in that final act, especially, just is so classically PTA. He's in such control. He just has you riveted to the screen, and all we're doing is just sort of driving in this, sort of chase scene that's happening, and the road dropping up and down, the music by Johnny Greenwood, and trying to figure out where everybody is on the map. It's like it's disorienting and exciting at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not like there are some movies that, and I'm not gonna like call out any names or anything. But there are some movies where it's like, I don't know where this person, where did they come from? Weren't they just, and I don't know if it's the editing or what, but this is so meticulously edited that you always know where everybody is. You
Mm-hmm.
could literally put a map down and you could point out where everybody's at because of the way he stages everything. And yeah, just,
For a 2.5 hour movie to have almost no fat on it is
hmm
impressive. There's next to no fat on this movie. I can't think of a single thing I want to just lift out of there for time. It just seems like he's got it. He was doing everything he wanted to do from minute one to minute last.
yeah, there was no point where I was checking my watch because I was bored.
Mm-hmm.
And the only the only other movie that I didn't check it out because I wanted, like I did check my watch at one point because I'm like, okay, no, this is 2.5 hours, and I want to try to go to The Strangers. Get that out of the way. Um, the only other time I checked my watch this weekend was The Strangers to see, okay, we're in 10 minutes. All right, okay, we're 15 minutes in. All right. Ooh, all right, half an hour. Okay, we got another hour and 10 minutes. So yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't check my movie. I didn't check my watch once for because I was bored, and I can't say that normally for a movie that long. So
I tell you what, I'm not ashamed to admit it. If I had been alone in The Strangers, I would have had my phone out the entire time.
oh, and there was me
'Cause
and
it
one
was
other
so
guy, and he was asleep, and I was on my phone,
yeah.
and I didn't even turn the brightness down. I did not even turn the brightness down.
I
Had
guess why would you?
I didn't want to be that guy, but I almost got my iPad out and started drawing. So
That's what
yeah,
that movie deserves.
yeah.
All
Mm.
right, let's see. Yeah, everybody go see this movie. Everybody go see One Battle After Another. It's incredible. See it in IMAX. See it. I actually saw it in D box, and it was
Oh,
pretty
did you?
great even that way. Yeah.
I saw it in
Oh,
regular XM4.
let's see. Next week, the new movies that are coming out include The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson. I'm also doing Dwayne Johnson Week at medium.com/realscope. So I shared a review of Race to Witch Mountain today and a review of The Rundown yesterday. And keep looking back at these movies that helped make The Rock a star. So leading up to my review of The Smashing Machine on Friday. We also have Anemone, which is bringing Daniel Day-Lewis back to the big screen alongside his son as the director. And Good Boy, the horror film starring a dog named Indy, is coming out this weekend and has
We
been
named the
getting a
dog
lot of
Indiana.
really strong buzz. Hmm?
We named the dog Indiana.
Don't traumatize me with At least that line was funny, but like him getting the hat, really? Really?
I know.
So dumb.
It's a George Lucas thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so we have
right.
those three. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, me neither.
Unless you're saying Gabby's Dollhouse, which
Well, if my trench coat gets back from the cleaners, maybe I will. Um, yeah, we're not doing Taylor Swift's Showgirl release party.
No. I fully support Taylor. I love Taylor. I think
Yep.
she's fantastic, but I just don't have the space for that.
Yeah, I did have somebody this weekend who does listen to the show ask me um why we don't do stuff like the Demon Slayer and all that. And I was like, because I'm not a big fan of anime and I already pay for too many movies some weeks. I'm not gonna go watch an anime movie that is based on a series that I
Mm.
didn't ever watch. So they're like, "Oh, well, I'll come." I'm like, "No, no, you won't. Sorry."
Well, and for me, like the kids movies, they don't pay anymore. Like they just
Yeah,
they don't get it. They don't reviews of kids movies, whether it's anime or anything, just don't get clicks. They don't pay,
yeah.
and so there's really nothing for me there. Whereas movies for adults who still read reviews do pay.
Hmm.
So I'm going to do those and not dedicate my energies to things that don't pay.
Exactly.
Got to be that way this day and age when we've got as our president.
Yep. Yep. I almost had to buy two new tires this weekend, so I'm glad you know, that would have freaked me out even more if I'd had to pay for fucking Gabby's Dollhouse bullshit. So, yep,
So there that
we're
is.
only doing movies that
Do we don't have a classic this week, so I will tell you that at medium.com/realscope, my opening shots column this week is all about Inside Man, the Spike Lee movie with Clive Owen and Denzel Washington and Chiwetel Ejiofor. The opening scene of that film is just Clive Owen speaking directly to the camera, but it's so much more than that. It's
yeah.
got so many different layers to it that play out throughout the rest of the movie. It's brilliant. Spike is brilliant, and it's one of the best things I've written in a while. Is this piece on Inside Man and the opening scene of that film, and talking about how it sets up the themes for the rest of the film. So check that out and kind of treat that like our classic this week.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Uh,
Thank you.
thank you, Sean, for everything. Have a great night.
Next week.